Hey guys, Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another My Hero Academia manga chapter review. And we continue on with this story, what's going on. We surprisingly get another short chapter here. We only get an 11-page chapter for, I believe, the second week. Um, Now, if you guys don't know, I heard that Horikoshi's health is not doing so well, so this could maybe play a factor in the reason why we've been getting short chapters as of late. So hopefully Horikoshi, he gets as much time he needs off. My Hero Academia is actually going on break for a bit. So hopefully he gets enough time to rest up and everything. Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't mind if Shonen Jump just tells Horikoshi if he's like really not well and he's, obviously not his health is not the best. I wouldn't mind if maybe, Horikoshi pulls a Tabata. And what I meant by that is in Black Clover, before Yuki Tabata, did started going into his final arc, he went on a 3-month break, a 3-month hiatus to not only prepare for the final arc, but to give himself some rest. Maybe, I'm just saying, maybe Shonen Jump can be, let's be honest, or Shueisha really. Maybe Shueisha can be, I don't know, have hearts for once and just say, you know what, dude, it looks like your health's not doing well. Go take a break for about a month or two, maybe 3, and then come back and you might be, feeling good. Yes, that will put the My Hero Academia story on hold. But the positive thing is Horikoshi can get a break, he can rest up, he can get, healthier. Obviously, that's the most thing because, well, people who do manga in Shueisha, they work these people to death. And Horikoshi's he's been writing like notes and things down and been very just say with the fact that about his health. And I think the number one thing we should all worry about is his health. I understand. I want to see the conclusion to this story, but at the end of the day, I want the author to for the better part be the healthiest so he can finish the story his own way, and maybe he does need a break. I don't know. I don't know the man. I hope his health is doing good. You can kind of see that. I wouldn't say he's losing the passion to continue writing My Hero Academia, but you can see that everything's kind of getting to him and he wants to end the story off. So I just still don't know if we're gonna get a rushed ending to My Hero Academia, or anything. But and the guy's health is not doing good. Hopefully, he ends it the way he wants to go out. But at the same time, I can understand why maybe we might get a rushed ending because dude might be done, and plus his health is not in the best shape. So that's kind of the thing there, which would honestly frickin' suck. If we do get a rush ending, but at the end of the day, his health is the most important thing. And like I said, we only got 11 chapters. I remember I didn't start reading the manga until after like season 4 stuff happened in the anime. But I did hear, during like the Class 1A versus Class 1B arc, Horikoshi was pretty ill. He was pretty sick, and he was having short chapters in that arc. Not a lot of people liked it. Well, it seems like he's obviously ill again, and he's not doing well in terms of his health. So there's only so much chapters he can do. Yes, I would like it to see 17 pages of My Hero Academia for a chapter, but I can't really judge him. He's sick. He's ill. His health is decreased, So I don't know. Maybe a month or 2 break, potentially. Maybe just going on for a 3-year break would even help him. A three-month break would help. Anything to have this guy rest up and get his health back at the best. And who knows? Maybe he's feeling a little bit of burnout. Maybe being away for a bit, maybe taking some time off, could get that passion back within him, to continue writing My Hero Academia. But he wants to continue doing it to finish it up, and then maybe he wants to just be done completely. So we'll see. But anyways, this is My Hero Academia chapter 377 titled The Chain Thus Far. So narrator goes on to speak, as the heroes withered, the villains thrived. Due to the gap in power, achieving victory through standard tactics was as unlikely as grabbing hold of a thin fleeting thread. Instead, the heroes strategized to divide foes and claim the advantage. But a raging tempest began to blow. Now, we see these cherry blossom trees or these sakura petal trees, and we just see a hand and everything. I don't know whose hand that is. I guess maybe we'll find out. I don't know. Anyways, we cut back to the UA structure, and we know that where we last left off, Kurogiri opened up portals and everything. And yes, Kurogiri, we cut back to this. Kurogiri opened up a portal. We see how Aizawa looks back, and he's like, wait, that's Kurogiri, and that means, wait a second, that's not Shirakumo. And all of a sudden, we see that even Toga brought twice clones, or there were some twice clones that ended up coming through this portal. They just start raiding Manuel, Aizawa, and crap, I forgot his name. Oh boy, Monoma. And crap, I just realized my microphone's not plugged in. Whatever. It is what it is, right, guys? I know. I knew there was something missing. Whatever. Yeah, Monoma, he ends up getting tackled down, and because of it, he takes his eyes off Shigaraki, and because of this, Shigaraki ends up creating a massive explosion. You see Shigaraki just, weirdly enough, his old body just, breaks out, and then there's something coming out of this body, and the entire shell of the UA structure is just boom, crazy. So below the UA campus, some of the students and then some teachers like, wait, what the heck? The power line was busted, and they're saying like they can't put in spare stuff because things are going crazy. Now they're wondering, what about the electromagnetic barrier? And we find out that the barrier is somewhat still holding up, but Mandalay goes to say we lost the flight control, and pretty much the flight control is going down. So pretty much the UA structure is losing altitude. We also kind of find out Skeptic has something to play with. He actually ends up hacking into the UA structure and everything, which it's kind of weird to say. I don't know if it's like the explosion kind of was just kind of the thing, but maybe the hacking had to do with the losing altitude in the air. So yeah, but anyways, that's kind of the thing there. Now Deku gets pushed back. They go on to say Erasure is pretty much no longer activated. The deadliest villain is about to be unleashed and everything. Now Deku goes on to say it's Kurogiri. What the hell happened at Central Hospital? And pretty much Mandalay goes on to say, once UA falls, all of Japan, no, the entire world will be destroyed by Shigaraki's hands, of course, and everything. So Deku's looking at Shigaraki and he's like, what the hell is going on? Why is his skin tearing away like that? Because it looks like he shed its skin like he's a snake or something like that. Now all of a sudden Shigaraki starts talking. He's like, what if I told you that it's me here now? What would you want to do? And Deku sees this, and you just see Shigaraki kind of a little bit deranged but skinny. He's like, let's sit down for a chat at the mall. Ain't happening, hero. After all, I'm your villain. So it's revealed that this is the real Shigaraki. This is the Shigaraki personality finally kicking in. It seems like, well, guess what? Just shedding this hulking skin, now this is the true Shigaraki. It looks like so far, the All for One personality is not in control. It seems like Shigaraki won the battle for his body, and now he's in complete control. And he's pretty much telling Deku, you see, he said you wanted to have a talk. Well, sorry, too bad, hero. I'm your villain, so you have to defeat me. I'm your all for one, pretty much, because you have the power of one for all, pretty much. And that's what, and Deku makes the point, like, that's Shigaraki's persona, pretty much. So yeah. Anyways, we cut over to Skeptic as the chapters end in awe. And Skeptic goes and say, naturally, UA's system was doomed to fall to my skill. Even their subterranean evacuation system is now in his hands. So he can literally just probably kill the people within the subterranean evacuation place and send them somewhere to die, pretty much. That's how much he hacked into the system. He goes and see the ignorant masses and the heroes who cling to the old ways will perish in the name of liberation. He starts laughing, but we see this thing on this monitor show up. Now we cut back to Deku. Now Deku goes and says the school comes crashing down. Yajirozu and everyone below are pretty much doomed. They crash down. He's pretty much saying, Momo and the other students, especially the support students, they're all gonna die because the impact, and everything. He goes and say, I have to keep UA in the air at the same time. I need to keep an eye on Kurogiri so that Shigiraki can't escape. And he's like, darn it, what the hell do I do? He also goes to make the mention he can't breathe and that he needs air. Now, we find out that, okay, it seems like Gear Shift has a drawback as well, especially when Deku, I guess, uses it on himself. He goes on to say the blowback from the powered-up Gear Shift quirk. When my cells don't get a second to rest, my body can't get enough oxygen because, human bodies, they need oxygen. Cells need oxygen to survive, pretty much. And okay, that's a drawback. It's actually a pretty interesting drawback, which actually makes a lot more sense why Deku has to defeat Shigiraki with urgency. Because if he's doing on this non-stop approach using Gear Shift, well, he's not resting. He's just going on the offensive. He's just going all out right then and there. He's just going attack. He's pretty much in a way burning through his oxygen to be able to win. Now, the second user, One for All, shows me, is like I said, look, we cannot fall just yet. However, there's a silver lining to this dark cloud. All for One is having serious problems keeping those identities unified. Those of us within One for All resonate with All for One so we can peer into each other's inner workings. At this moment, it seems he is in no position to manipulate the flesh he is possessing. Do whatever it takes to make your own body act even 1 second faster. The chain of events leading to this moment. Pretty much, the second user is saying, listen, you got to keep on the offensive. Right now, it seems like the All for One personality, he's not even close to trying to take over. We got to stop this guy right now. So I've seen predictions. I saw somebody else's review. It makes sense. I think this final battle is more than between Deku and Shigiraki. It's more than likely going to take place in the Vestige world. More than likely, it's going to be Shigiraki and All for One versus all the users of One for All. And I have a weird feeling that that flame version of All Might, he'll probably be fully manifested by then, and he'll also join the fight and everything. Makes sense. How that could be the final story-ending battle right then and there. So yeah. Now, all of a sudden, we cut back to the Skeptic's area, and we see this monitor. And this person says, oh, I found you. It took a while, but you finally showed yourself. Hunting you down was no walk in the park. And Skeptic's like, the hell? And the chapter ends off. We find out the hacker that found Skeptic was none other than La Brava. And she goes on to end the chapter saying, but nothing's too much for me, because this is all for Gentle's sake. We see Sukauchi in the background, so it seems like he must have let her out, say, hey, we need your help on this. Can you do something right for the change? Maybe he made a deal. Hey, you help us out. I'll let you and maybe Gentle free of charge. So, yes, it seems like La Brava, she ended up hacking Skeptic and is probably back in control now. So this is going to be interesting. La Brava's back. A lot of people threw a lot of predictions like, well, maybe La Brava and Gentle Criminal could come back. So if La Brava's out, maybe Gentle Criminal is also out as well. Will he maybe potentially assist in this whole ordeal? Who knows? Well, I guess we'll have to see, but that's where the chapter ends off. Again, like I said, My Hero Academia is going on a break, so that's more time for Horikoshi to get some rest. We'll see how his resting schedule goes, but yeah, solid chapter in My Hero Academia. Definitely intrigued to see where the story is going to go. Seems like Shigaraki's main personality is finally back now, and Deku's going to have to fight the main personality of Shigaraki, but this time, Shigaraki's going to have all his quirks, because Monama's not looking at him, preventing his quirks. So it's going to be interesting to see where the story's going to go now. We got pretty much full quirk Deku against full quirk Shigaraki. So talk about insane battle. But anyways, guys, catch you guys in the next video. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section you want your thoughts on this week's manga chapter for My Hero Academia, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content, whether I'm talking about season 6 of the anime at this current point in time or the manga. It'll be on the channel. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day. Peace.